Welcome to not America's Scary Land again. No, this is Scary Bits. If you didn't listen to the first episode of Scary Bits about Villisca, Iowa, and the axe murder home there, little recap. The world is not good. There is bad things. There's illnesses, and nobody's allowed to human around other humans right now. And because of that, Nick and I cannot get together to record, nor can we get out there and poke the paranormal things. We can't do any probing for America's Scary Land. So I thought I would take that opportunity while Nick is getting to enjoy just the Facebook and the social media postings and such that he does. I thought it would be fun for me to maybe do some little side short little things on where I'm from, which is Iowa. I am from the Hawkeye State, and so there's some stuff there that's kind of cool and spooky and weird, and I thought, hey, I'll talk to myself for, 20 minutes or so, and then let you guys listen to it and judge me silently. And I don't have anxiety about that at all. Moving on to today's topic, which is something I'd never heard of until kind of researching there's some stuff that I had heard of about Iowa, but I needed more. So as I Googled stuff and searched that internet, did some web surfing. Do they still call it that? That was like a thing when I was younger, when the internet, do you still surf the web? I feel like I'm dating myself with that. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at Lover's Leap Bridge, which is in Columbus Junction, Iowa. It's a really weird, more of like a legend and slash tourist place that's kind of neat. It's a bridge. It's one of them old school rickety donkey walking across the lava with Shrek wooden bridges that swings and sways and wins. That has a cool little urban legend behind it, and has a ghost that supposedly haunts it, and is an area that I guess I feel like, just from the story and from sort of the stories that you hear there that you can read about it, it's kind of one of those places. And by those places, I mean, it's one of those places that kind of has a connection, or a power, a spiritual sort of presence to it, I think. Just because what it is, it's a giant ravine. It's just a big old hill on both sides. At the bottom, that's where you don't want to go, so they made a bridge. And now, it's a pretty big bridge, but let's rewind. Be kind, rewind. Another old reference. I am not old. Stop it, internet. Stop judging me for my age. I am appropriately aged for when I was born. So it was originally built in 1886, which is much longer ago than 1896. That was a bad joke. We're probably gonna not let that one make it in. Nah, I don't get in there. Whatever, I'm dumb. So yeah, it was built in 1896. It was then reconstructed in 1904, probably due to the fact that in 1886 they didn't know how to build things at all. There was very little knowledge on how to do a lot of stuff before the internet. So 1886 was about a lot of years before the internet. So in 1904 it was reconstructed, and then in 1922 it just, gravity was like, nope, bye bridge. And the bridge fell. Funny story, 2 people were on that bridge. They were fine though. According to the story, they fell and they just went, meh, not for me. I'm fine. And they're fine. But after it fell, then it was rebuilt to its current length. It spans a distance of 262 feet, which is, it's way over there. It's very far. That's 2 football fields. No, it's not. Football fields are in yards. Ooh, I shouldn't talk measurements. I should have learned this lesson by now. So it's cool. It's like a nice little tourist thing. You can go. You can walk the bridge. It's especially at night. Apparently, it's fun to do if you like to be totally shit in your own pants. There's a neat sign out front that takes you year by year through the history of it. It's this big white sign that says this is when it was built, it was reconstructed, people fell down, and people, they like to walk the bridge and they like to experience it. And the reason that people are experiencing it is the reason that I'm talking about it today, is that it's haunted. It's a haunted bridge and ravine. They're both haunted. I think they're both haunted. They're probably both haunted. Can a bridge be haunted but not the ravine? Can the ravine be haunted and not the bridge? These are questions I'm not prepared to answer today. So let's get into the story of why it's haunted. So the story goes that probably sometime after 1886, because that was when it was built, but they didn't give us precise year when this happened, a Native American woman heard that her lover, her husband, person of importance, main dude, I don't know, person, her love, the person that she cared for deeply in her human heart, had died in battle, which in 1886, I'm pretty sure if you weren't dying in battle, you were dying from some other horrible thing, because humans didn't know how to human yet. And in her grief, she went to the bridge, I assume crying, and she just went, that ground's way over there, and she fell. See, human, not humaning well, in grief. And she died. And so now she haunts the bridge. Apparently, there's also the legend that she's buried under the bridge in the ravine, which is convenient for the people at the time. That's too dark. Ooh, I should probably stop this train of thought. So now, people say when you go to the bridge, you walk across the bridge, and you can hear her crying. I assume people have seen ghosts there. I don't know if there's any other ghosts there. That's the main one that they talk about. But it seems to be one of those sort of like urban legends or like myths that is in one specific area with one specific legend, one specific story. I'm going to pull up some stuff here. Because it's called the Lover's Leap Bridge, I kind of want to look real quick, and I looked before and I don't remember specifically, but I'm going to look it up real quick. I want to see if it is called that because lovers now are leaping, or if it's just because of that story. It's a neat bridge. It's very wildernessy, and let me pull up a picture of that sign real quick, because when you walk up to it, there's the sign. Make the sign bigger. Come on, internet better. Ooh, that's a long way down. That looks terrifying. So, that's the basic story, but I think it's interesting, this idea of like how these urban legends get started and why this bridge in particular. Oh, cool. They light it up in winter. That's neat. For me personally, I have a bit of I don't want to say a phobia, but like crossing a bridge, whether it's in a car or on foot, it's got this weird feeling to it, and it's probably not just me, but I get this feeling, and I don't know if it's the idea of like you're in the air and there's technically ground under your feet that you're walking on, but it's bridges. They're made with science and numbers and math, and like fucking I made a bridge in shop class in the 7th grade with matchsticks, and it didn't hold up well. Not a good design on my part, and just thought of a bridge collapsing. Yeah, I just assume all bridges are at that point of they're gonna fall down as soon as you walk on them, right? Because that's what they do. But then the thought that an area like this would get attached to a ghost story kind of makes you wonder, like, why? How did this story come about? Did this actually happen? That's one thing that it's very unclear, and there's really no actual evidence that I can find that anyone actually ever died there. I doubt in 1886 time. It's probably a little bit after that, but that'd suck if it was like day 1, bridge is done. Day 2, lady jumps. Ooh, not a good omen for this bridge. But back then they didn't really keep records. So, I don't know. It's just this one was sort of like a fun little random thing that I found. And like, I assume like the main attraction would be to go with your significant other and walk across the bridge together. And hope that one of you doesn't decide today's the day and jump. Ooh, don't jump. Don't jump off the bridge, please. It's a long way down. I can't find an exact height of it either, which would be neat. But I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. Like, hit me up on like Twitter or Facebook, or email me at americascaryland@gmail.com. Do you guys get that weird feeling when you're crossing a bridge? Like, is it a common fear that just every bridge is at just right at the point of collapse, and as soon as you are on it, it's just gonna bridge down? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I am paranoid and delusional. I'm not delusional. I have plenty of illusions in my brain. Those words aren't the same. Don't judge me for bad humor. Let's see. So this is in, like I said, it's in Columbus Junction, which is about 35 miles south of Iowa City, which is where like the University of Iowa is. If you've never been to Iowa and aren't in Iowa and are unfamiliar with the brief stops in cornfields in Iowa, but if you are in Columbus Junction, it would be really cool if you could maybe send me some pictures of this, or if you have any actual backstory on this, like hit me up, show me, let me know. Share the information. Sharing is caring. Information is power. So sharing is power. I'm looking at the sign right now, and it does say that in 1954 the flooring and steel cable were refurbished. So that's good. And it's just commonly accepted that it's haunted by this Native American woman. So trying to stretch this one for time, and I was a little worried that this one was going to run short because it's about a bridge. But it's a haunted bridge, and it's a bit, so it's a scary bit. I don't know. Yeah, let me know. Hit us up on the social media and stuff. Let me know if you know of any other things in Iowa. There's going to be more coming. Don't worry about that. This isn't it. This was just a fun one that I kind of wanted to get out of the way. So, yeah, I'm going to look into something that I didn't really know about Iowa, but there was a lot of state hospitals there that just were cruel to people, and so we're going to be diving into a couple of those. I found a couple monsters that are going to be fun, and more ghosts. Lots of ghosts in the corn-fed state there. But yeah, so hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, email. I already told you the email, so go back about 30 seconds and re-listen to what I said the email was, because I'm not going to repeat it. You're an adult. You should be listening. Use your ears. But let us know if you're in Iowa, if you know anything, if you're in Columbus Junction. Shoot me some pictures, shoot me some stories. Walk the bridge. Let me know. Otherwise, I don't know. Just check it out. See what happens. Get out there. Find your own scary bit for a little bit. This is definitely an odd time. There's quarantines and isolations, and you're not supposed to interact. You're not supposed to do stuff out of your home, and don't do the things. Don't have a party. Don't hang out. Don't come in contact with other humans. That's bad. Now we got to stop this so that we can all go outside again. But if you're alone and you want to walk across the bridge and the area is still open, do it and send me a picture or a video. And if you go at night, see if you can hear the woman crying, because that'd be neat for me to hear third person from your perspective as you were there live, being terrified because you're over a ravine and a mysterious woman is crying. But we're gonna call this one right now. I mean, we're at a decent time, right? You guys aren't expecting a lot from me. No one ever. No, don't get sad. Be happy. So, like I said, we're gonna be doing these scary bits for a little bit. I might even release 2 if there's gonna be short like this. Why the fuck not? We'll see what happens next week. I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna be doing the Edinburgh Edinburgh. I'm going to figure out the pronunciation before I record that episode. So don't judge me now. I think it's Edinburgh, but it could be Burr. But it's a manor. It's in Iowa, and it has a history and a lot of evidence, and it's pretty neat. So jump back next week to check out that scary bit. Feel free to ignore this scary bit because this bridge episode did not connect. That was a bad attempt at a bridge joke. It did not. It had something about gapping the distance and bridges. I'm going to stop now because I'm digging a hole that no bridge can cross. Ha! Got there. Okay, bye.